Hi, my name is Jason, and this is my vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. Hello, folks. It's Monday. It's 27 minutes past 6, and the video that's coming up is our very busy weekend. It's been absolutely mad, to be perfectly honest with you. We have had a heck of a weekend. I'll show you the entire video, really, is the footage of it. We've spent a brilliant weekend in Stoke. Not Stoke's a brilliant place to spend a weekend, but it was fantastic. It really was. From when we left, no problems whatsoever. Straight down there on the coach. 4-hour journey. Not good for CMT though. It really is not good for CMT. I'm telling you now. It's not something I would recommend if you've got CMT. It's not a very good thing. And if you've got back problems, now we were lucky because we were in quite comfy seats going, and even comfier coming back because when we first went down, we were the first ones on the coach because it starts in Blackpool, goes all the way down to Bournemouth. It's National Express Service 333. The driver was really friendly, had a good chat with us before we got on the coach. We sat, the first 2 seats were reserved. We only found out that we could reserve the seats now, we know, so we can do it next time. But we were allowed to go the second row back, and there was hell of a lot of leg room. There really was. I could stretch my leg out. I could do all sorts, so I was great with that. The journey down was completely uneventful. It was really straightforward. I think we only lost about 15 minutes, and that was going into Manchester, because as anybody knows, the traffic going into Manchester is horrendous. It really is. I got down there okay. Got down there for just after 11. Our friends picked us up from the pub across the road. And no, before we asked, the pub was not open, and I did not get a drink while I was waiting. Our good friends, who, to be honest with you, have made the weekend, and that's Ian Maddock and Pauline Gale. I'm going to give them a shout out and mention them because they've been absolutely fantastic. I don't think we could have got through the weekend, to be perfectly honest with you, without them. They've done a brilliant job. They basically have ran us everywhere we've wanted to go. They've been with us all the time. They've kept us company. They've kept us entertained, laughing, and all sorts of stuff. And we've had a really fantastic time. And there's also a shout out to Ethan and Charlie, the grandkids, and they're fantastic as well. They really are. They're really decent lads. Both mad on Xbox games and stuff like that. And Ethan, who's a fellow author, so big shout out to Ethan. Charlie, Deb absolutely loves Charlie. She thinks she's the best thing since sliced bread. I was in the living room talking with Ian and Ethan. I kept thumping him and he kept looking at me, and then that was it. We were fine, great, no problem there. And I think they're missing us as much as we're missing them, which is good. But we got there, like I said. We went back when they first picked us up. We went to Sainsbury's. Now I don't know whether anybody's ever been to Sainsbury's for one of their breakfasts, but when you have one of their breakfasts, you know you've had one of their breakfasts. Anyway, we had one, and they bought the meal for us, which was really nice. Then we went to the Premier. We dropped the stuff off, signed in, stayed there for about another hour or so. Ian and Pauline then picked us back up again. We went to theirs and we stayed all evening there. It was brilliant. It really was. We had a sandwich there and a rattle, and it was fantastic. Really sociable and nice. Really good friends. By this time, I was starting getting a bit tired. My legs were really aching and my back was in absolute pieces. I couldn't hardly walk, so we went back to the Premier. We were in bed for 10:30. We literally out. I didn't sleep too brilliant. I was in a lot of pain, which I expected, to be honest. I know, well, I expected it. It was a Hypnos bed and comfy and all that sort of thing, but it didn't do anything for me spine at all. The next day when we got up, we were going to give Pauline and Ian a bit of a break from us, but they were having none of it. So we met up with them again, and we took them for breakfast this time at Sainsbury's. Then they dropped us off because we had to get ready for my sister's wedding. My sister's wedding went absolutely fantastic. It really was a nice, simple ceremony. It was brilliant. I got to see a lot of my family at the ceremony, which was good. Then we made our way back to the Premier Inn. We got ourselves changed a bit, and then our friends come again, Ian and Pauline. They came and they picked us up because they'd been invited to the evening do, because they also know my sister. And we went about 7 o'clock. Well, we got there for about 7 o'clock, stayed till about 10:30. By this time, again, I wasn't feeling brilliant. I was feeling very out of it, a bit disjointed and stuff. The noise was getting to me, and the amount of people in there was definitely getting to me. My social anxiety came out really big style, but I did get to see my uncle Philip and my auntie Linda and Nikki, which is his daughter, and their grandkids, which brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Ella, and I'm sorry, but I can't remember the name of the other one, so you can shoot me. And I also saw my auntie Susie, and I saw my other family, and it was absolutely brilliant. It was great to see them all, and to see them all, firing on all cylinders. So yeah, it was fantastic. And then about 10:30, like I said, we got back to the premiere. We sat talking for 2 hours with Ian and Pauline and having a cup of tea, and literally just putting the world to rights. Then on the Sunday, we knew we were seeing them on Sunday morning. We had to be out by midday. We had planned to spend a bit of time with them because we knew that Ian had got something else on in the evening, so he was going to be basically dropping us at 3. I'd been in touch with my sister, the one who got married the day before, to ask if we could meet up for a drink. In the end, we ended up going back to her house. We actually met at her house, and we got to see her and her new husband, Mr. Stephen Casewell. Congratulations. And yeah, it was good. We had a cup of tea and a talk for a little bit, and then they dropped us off at the coach station. We came home, and we got home last night at 9:15, and we were picked up by another good friend of ours, my next door neighbour's mum, Janet. She picked us up and brought us home. We got home, the dog went absolutely ballistically mental on us for about an hour. Wouldn't leave us alone, kept rolling on her back, wanted a belly rub, even though she'd been well looked after. And literally, we were in bed for 10:30. We were absolutely shattered. I'm suffering today. My back's not very good. I fell over on the decking earlier. My legs wouldn't support me. I couldn't get any support in my legs whatsoever. My ankle twisted over and I went flying. But it's been a brilliant weekend, and it's been worth it. And the video and the photos and everything that are coming up is basically testament to that. I've had to cut a lot of the music from it because obviously I haven't got a music license, and I've put in some free tune. So basically, it's the same music all the way through, but just bear with it. Some brilliant photos, and really brilliant photos. And yeah, it was one of them. So that's coming up in a minute, but obviously I'm just going to have a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to talk a bit more, and then you can watch the video. I've got now 46 subscribers on my channel, and I've got a new subscriber. So this is a shout out. Thank you for joining, Sam Bosworth. I hope you enjoy the videos. I noticed you've done posts on the CMT group, and I can definitely vouch for what I was reading earlier about the hobbies thing. The problem you've got with people is, particularly when you've got a disability, or you claim you've got a disability and they're not quite sure, is that they think that if you've got a disability, you should just be sitting at home in a chair, not moving, not doing anything, not having any hobbies, not having any enjoyment. You should have let the disability take over your life, ruin your life, and rule your life. And what they are finding is that people don't do that. Now, you can have somebody who says that they like colouring, right? They like colouring. So the DLA or the PIP or the DWP or whatever you call them, jump to the conclusion that that means that person is able to colour. So why can't they hold anything else in their hands? What they don't realise is how much of a struggle that person has to do that, but they are determined to do it to show that they are not going to give up, right? I do jigsaws. I will be the first to admit I do jigsaws. They take me days and days and days to do jigsaws, but I won't give up. I will do some jigsaws. Even if I can only fix 6 pieces a day, I will do a jigsaw until I am physically unable to do a jigsaw. And that doesn't mean that my hands are fine and I can grip things. That doesn't mean I could work in an office and I could hold things and do stuff. It doesn't mean that at all. It means that for a few minutes of my day, I'm determined to be human. I'm determined to be like anybody else. But that doesn't make me fine, fit and healthy. A person who does a bit of colouring doesn't make them so that they can grip things and they can do stuff for hours and hours on end. A person who plays a musical instrument could have 10 minutes a day playing a guitar, but then they suffer then from that minute on, for the rest of the day. But they tick a box in their head and say, I did it again today, another 10 minutes. Pat on my back, way to go me. I used to do the same with my writing. before I started using speech software. I would do a page, and dead proud of myself I'd be, before I couldn't feel my fingers and they were going all over the place and the words were coming out gibberish. So it wasn't the fact that, yes, I could do these things. It was the fact that I was saying to myself, I will do these things. I'll make myself do these things. You ask me to do them at the drop of a hat, no chance. You can't do it. Whether, like I said, whether it be a hobby, whether it be crafting, whether it be, I don't know, whatever, I mean, I'm not talking physical exertion here. I'm not talking about going out and playing 18 rounds of golf. I'm not talking about climbing up and down a mountain. I'm talking about sitting down and doing things that you want to do to make you feel alive. And if that kind of thing stops you from getting the benefits you're entitled to, they need a big overhaul of what they class as disabled. They really do need a big overhaul. Sorry, it's a gripe of mine that they seem to think that when you're disabled, you can't do anything or you shouldn't do anything. And yet they're always encouraging you to do stuff. But if you do stuff, then you're not entitled to stuff. It's like, have a life. Going back to me weekend away, by the way, I forgot to tell you, when I went to the Premier Inn, we'd asked for an easy access room. And yeah, we got there and they offered us an easy access room. But the problem with an easy access room is it's got a low bath. Now, yes, that's okay. Bear in mind I'm 6 foot tall and I have a right job to get in and out of a bath anyway. So the lower doesn't necessarily mean it's better for me. But at the same time, they said, would you prefer a wet room? And they actually gave us a room that had a bathroom with a wet room in it. It was fantastic. It was brilliant. The only thing, again, was they assumed that because you're disabled, you must be in a wheelchair. Because the towel rails were about a foot off the ground. The suit rail wouldn't fit a suit on it, because if you put a suit on it, literally half of it would be on the floor. That's how high it was. There were no drawers to put stuff in. There was no clothes storage or nothing like that at all in the room. So that was the only little bit of a gripe, and that's why I only gave them 4 stars out of 5. But the actual friendliness of the place and the way that they made you feel welcome was absolutely amazing. It really was. If you get a chance and you've never stayed in a Premier Inn, I've stayed in 3 or 4 now, and I've never had a problem with any of them. They have been absolutely fantastic. The only thing difference is it's been 4 or 5 years since I last stayed in one, and whereas before I used to find the beds comfortable for my back, now they aren't comfortable for my back because my back has got worse. My back's deteriorated, so of course, it demands more comfort. Anyway, that's my vlog for today. Apart from this now quite long video, you don't have to watch it, but this is my week in video and picture form. My weekend, should I say. And a huge congratulations again to my sister, Amanda Cotton, who married Mr. Philip Casewell. And they are, I've done it again, I keep calling him Philip. He's not named Philip, his name's Stephen. Mr. Stephen Casewell. And they are now Mr. and Mrs. Casewell. So I went to wedding. Bye-bye for now. Do another vid tomorrow. Hello folks, this is day 1 of our 4-day sojourn, well 3-day. It's Friday morning and this is what Blackpool sky looks like at 5:15 in the morning. And I've only been up about 10 minutes. We weren't originally going to sleep, we were going to just, go straight the way through, but we ended up having a couple of 3 hours each. So yes, this is the start of the journey. The rest gets very busy soon. We've got to have a lovely 4-hour trip to Stoke to come. Hopefully the coach and that'll be running on time. But yeah, this is Leighton at 5:15 in the morning. And just in case you wondered, this is me at 5:15 in the morning. Yeah, we're all packed up, all done and dusted, ready for last night. We got sorted. Had the neighbours come round for a cup of tea and that, just to explain what was going to happen. They're watching the dog for us, but now it's just a case of just taking my medication, having a cup of tea and waiting for the taxi. So I'll do some more footage once we reach Stoke, or maybe even on the journey. So it's the morning of the wedding. We just had a good night's kip in the Premier Inn. Them Hypnos beds, you don't want to get out of them, trust me. We're just across at Sainsbury's at the moment, which is just across the road from the Premier Inn in Hanley. And we're just about to meet up with our friends again, Ian and Pauline, from yesterday. We had a fantastic day yesterday. It was absolutely brilliant. We came here for breakfast. Well, breakfast, by the time we got here, it was lunch. We went back there as we spent a good few hours having a good rattle. We checked in. We basically just had a fantastic day with friends. The footage, what you've just seen, obviously some little bits of clips from the journey. This is the day my sister gets married, and obviously this is the morning before I have to get into my ploughman's, you know. But look at this, eh? Nice Atari t-shirt, that'll keep me going for a bit. But yeah, the friends, we just text them, they're about to come in now, and then we're going to have another breakfast. We just got last me till 7 o'clock. Me back yesterday from travelling for 4 hours. I didn't know how it was going to affect me, and it killed me. It really did. I was walking like Yoda yesterday. I could not get any feeling in my back. I was in agony. I was getting pains up and down my legs, tingling in my arms and everything yesterday. I was in a really, really bad way. But it's my sister's wedding, you know. I wasn't going to not come. But the 4-hour journey literally did kill me back. It really did. I didn't know how it was going to react. Because I've not done a 4-hour journey. I don't do 4-hour journeys usually because of my problems. But I knew it was going to have to, you know, be a coach ride. I couldn't do a train because of the changes and the hassle. The journey was uneventful. It was really good. It was straight through. Obviously, we had to stop at places like Preston, Bolton, Manchester, and we saw, you know, some really cool stuff. But yeah, we travel back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I'm not looking forward to the 3 hours 20 minutes journey, knowing what the 4-hour one did to me. But the good thing is, Monday's bank holiday, and I'll have all of Monday to recover, which will be good. We're just going to have a coffee while we're sitting here and waiting for his friends, and I'll do a bit more footage in a bit once I'm ready, so you can see what I look like in a suit, because it doesn't happen very often. And I will do some more later. Bye for now. Yeah, I just got back to the hotel room. It's 1:30. I'll be getting ready in a minute. My suit. We just had a lovely breakfast with our friends Ian and Pauline again, and we had a little bit of a drive around for a bit. We were supposed to be going back there, and having sorry, I was miles away then. You can tell I'm not with it. We were going to go back there and have a brew and stuff, but we run out of time. It was 1:15, and we've got to get ready. So I'll be doing that in a minute. I'm just sitting on the bed at the moment and vegging. It's a lovely day, to be honest. It's 17-18 degrees. It's really nice. There's a little bit of a cool breeze, but you want that. You know, you don't want it too hot. I've just heard off my other sister. She's on her way down from Blackpool as well. They had a bit of trouble coming out of Blackpool. Apparently the traffic was really bad, and they've only just reached the M55, which anybody will tell you is only just outside of Blackpool, and they set out 45 minutes ago, so they're pushing it a bit. But I get to see my family in a while, and I'll do a bit of filming once I've got my suit on and that, and you'll be able to see me and my lovely wife in our wedding gear. I'll catch you in a bit.
folks, it's the morning of the Sunday, the day after the party, and we're just preparing to leave. We're just getting the stuff ready. We've got to be out by 12. I'll do a little tour of the room in a minute so you can see what it's like.
Once I've tidied it up.
Once we've tidied it up. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a good weekend. Everything went absolutely smooth, which is good. And we've got his friends coming down in about half an hour to pick us up. We're going back there. We're having lunch with them. Then they're dropping us off at my sister's, and we're spending an hour with the married couple, the newly married couple from yesterday. And then we'll have a taxi back up to the coach station, and then it's back to sunny Blackpool. 3 hour, 20-minute journey. We're both not looking forward to, but it's been worth it. You know, it's been a really good day. We saw family last night. I had a really, really good catch up with family, and it was brilliant to see them all. They were all looking really well, and yeah, it was good. We were back in the hotel for about 11, I think. No, maybe earlier than that. A lot earlier than that, actually. About 11 o'clock. I stuck it as long as I could, and then I just got. Yeah, then I just got a little bit too much for him because he did start packing. Really did get busy. But Pauline and Ian came back with us. We sat here and we literally just had a cup of tea and talked, and that passed another nearly 2 hours. They left here at about 12:30, and then after that it was just a case of lying down. Had another. Did we have another drink? No, I didn't have another drink. Just lay down and literally out like a light. Woke up about 9:30. So yeah, this is day 3. And now we've just got the lovely journey and everything what's going to happen today. So yeah, that's the end of what was a fantastic couple of days. Bye for now. I'll start with the footage. Oops, turn it the right way around, that might help me. Yeah, this was obviously as we came in. That was the door. This is the bathroom that we got, and with me being disabled, obviously we wanted a nice easy access bathroom, and they gave us one with a wet room, which was fantastic. It really is fantastic. Like I said, they've got really good facilities for disabled. As you can see, the towel rails are only just off the ground, the sink's very low, everything's within easy reach. And then as you come out the bathroom, walk over it. Deb's just putting the last bit of stuff away. Wardrobe there. The thing what confused us at first was the the clothes rail, and then we realised, I realised that the reason it's so low is because obviously it's for disabled people, and you're not going to get many people who want to stretch up. There is a little thing up there so you can put a bag. There's the TV, a big 40-inch TV which never even got turned on the entire time we were here. There's plenty of lights which I like, and this is the bed. That is the super duper Hypnos bed, and trust me, once you've been in one of these, you never want to get out of it. Again, nice bit of decor on the walls, nothing too over the top. Chair up the corner, and as you can see, like I said, this is our room. Nice big double window there, and because we're easy access, we're on the ground floor, which is good. But yeah, we're just getting ready to go. But this was our room that we stayed in for 2 nights, and it was really, really comfortable. So yeah, that's that finished.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you very much. And if you like what you saw, you can subscribe by clicking there. And if you want to see what I did yesterday, you've just got to click up there. Bye for now.